Welcome back, everybody. If you're new here, hi, my name is Nikki. It's so nice to meet you. Today we are at the Trail of 10 Falls in Silverton, Oregon, and it's in the name, it's 10 Falls. So we are going clockwise. So right now we are at the lower South Falls. I just came from the upper South Falls. And in order, it'll be Lower North Falls, Double Falls, Great Falls, Middle North Falls, Twin Falls, North Falls, Upper North Falls, and Winter Falls. This trail is about 7.5 miles, and so far I've been on the trail for about almost 2 hours, and I'm not even a quarter of the way through it. I keep having to kind of find my way down to find a really good composition. And I even got a new lens. It's a 10 to 20 milliliter lens, so I'm able to get much better compositions, because before my lowest length was 18 millimeters. I had an 18 to 75 millimeter, which I also do have with me today. But I can only get so much scenery, especially since my camera is a crop frame. I'm already limited with the amount of scene I can get in a certain composition. So with that being said, today we're literally just chasing waterfalls, just trying to get the best compositions. I wouldn't say I'm really having a challenge for myself. I would say my biggest challenge that I am finding thus far is that because I have a newer lens with a wider diameter, my neutral density filters that I do have doesn't quite fit the lens that I do have. So I'm having to figure out how to get a nice wispy water without it being overexposed. And so I am going to have to use a higher f-stop, but whenever I get a neutral density filter, which is something you screw onto your lens, or some of them magnetize to the lens, then I wouldn't have to use such a high f-stop. But I didn't really think of that when I ordered my lens, so here we are. If you haven't already, you should go ahead and hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a video that I post every single week. It is a great time, it's a great adventure, and we have an amazing community. I love to document the behind the scenes of my photography Instagram page, Raw Footage Photography, which will be linked in the description below. Also, it's in the bottom right corner of my banner. There's a Instagram and Facebook logo. So all you have to do is click on one of those logos and it'll take you directly to the page. I will also have my page information on the bottom left-hand screen, and so you can just type it into your phone while you're watching. I am excited to see what the rest of this trail has to offer, and let's get to it. Okay, so let me show you guys what I'm talking about when trying to get to use a lower shutter speed to get like that wispy water effect. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. So, if you look here, we want the water to be nice and wispy. And so, right now I'm using an f/25. Normally I would aim for like 10 or 8 even. But if I do 10 with a 1/4 seconds of shutter speed at the lowest ISO, so the lowest ISO makes it so it's the darkest it'll let in the least amount of light. But if I do that, see how overexposed that is? And that's not going to bode well. And so in order to fix that, I have to go all the way up to basically an f/22, which tends to make things really noisy. And then if you see like right here, it'll show you like lightness and darkness. So anything towards the plus sign is too bright and anything towards the minus sign is too dark. But if we have an f/22 with a 1/4 of a second ISO 100, there is no bar there because it's right in the center. And so that's like the closest we're going to be able to get to having it be a somewhat nice wispy waterfall and not have it be super overexposed. But that's why you usually use a neutral density filter, so that way you don't have to use such a high f-stop. And because again, f-stop is what makes an image really noisy, but I'm not too worried about that because I have software to get rid of that. But if you don't have that software and don't want to purchase that kind of software, then I would definitely look into a neutral density filter that just goes on the front of your lens. So that's what I was talking about earlier. Okay, so this is pretty much the end of the trail. I think there is like one more waterfall, but so far I would say like a small handful of them you can't actually get like a good composition of. And I'm also running out of daylight and I'm pretty tired, so I am just gonna go ahead and end the vlog here. I'm so glad you stayed this long, and since you did stay this long, you should go ahead and hit that like button, smash that subscribe button, and turn on your post notifications so you don't miss a video that I post every single week. This was such a fun trail. I've had this trail on my list for so long, but dogs are not allowed, and so that is why Switch is not with me. If you are new here, I typically have my dog, but he is old and has arthritis, so on these longer hikes he doesn't come with me, and I take him on shorter hikes over the weekend, like a 1 to 2 mile hike, because that's kind of all he's interested in anymore. But this was amazing, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, week, weekend, or evening. Bye.